my name is Uriel Valencia, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys Excel basics with Goku. First, I want to share a quick quote. It says, "A goal without a plan is just a wish." So make sure you guys have a goal. Make sure you guys also set up a plan to achieve your goal. In this video, I'm going to be covering a few shortcuts, how to add columns and rows, how to format cells, and 4 functions. That's going to be my left function, my right function, my mid function, and my concatenate function. So let's get started with the shortcuts. I'm going to be bringing my keyboard into the screen so you guys can see what's. So this is going to be my command button. This is going to be my shift button, and these are going to be my arrow keys button. So my first shortcut is going to be command plus any of the arrow keys, and that's to move active cell to the last cell in a column or a row, depending which direction I press my arrow key. My second shortcut is going to be shift plus any of the arrow keys, and that's going to be to move and select connected cells. My third shortcut is going to be command plus my A key, and that's going to be to select all cells with data. If I do that a second time, it will select the whole sheet. My fourth shortcut is going to be command plus shift plus any of the arrow keys, and that's going to be to select full columns or rows. Quick tip, you guys. For this video, I'm going to be using a Mac, so for me, it's going to be command. If you guys are using a PC, for you guys, it's going to be the control button. So control for PC, command for Mac. Let's get started and put all these things in practice. First, in this part of the video, I'm going to be covering how to add columns and rows and how to format cells. And I'm going to also be covering my left function. So first, I want to add, so my rows are, right here, my numbers represent my rows, and my letters right here represent my columns. So I'm going to add another row first, so I can put my headers of my columns on the top. So in order for that, I'm going to select my first, just whatever, like first row, and I'm going to do left click, and I'm right here, I'm going to select insert, and right here it gives me the option if I want to insert a cell to the right, a cell a cell down, or insert entire row, or insert entire column. So for this one, I'm going to insert an entire row. Just press OK, and there we go. All your information slides down, and it adds a new column. So I'm going to be putting here my information, my header information. So right here, this is going to be my my examples that I'm going to be using throughout the video. So I'm going to put the heading for this column, and that's going to be my full names. In order for me to move to the next cell, I'm going to press tab, and right here I have my I'm going to put a header, and that's going to be the H. On this one, I'm going to have my genders, and later on the video, for my functions, I'm going to be adding honorifics, just honorifics on this column. On this one, I'm going to be adding my last names, and this one is going to be first name plus first name, age, and gender. So I'm gonna have all that information together in this column. So I want to make this column bigger so my header fits completely, and in order for me to do that, I'm gonna double click right here, and it gives me enough space for me to fit my whole header. So I, on purpose, you guys, I missed right here a column. So in order for me to insert that, I'm gonna do the same thing as I did to add a new row. So I'm gonna left click, select insert, and insert an entire column, and press OK. There we go. I get a new column. My other column is slide to the right, and I get an empty column here. So on this one, I'm gonna be putting just first names. So there we go, guys. We have our headers that we're going to be using throughout the video. So right now I'm going to be using one of my shortcuts to move to my to the last cell on my left top corner, and I'm going to use my um, command plus my left arrow key, and there we go. It moved to the last cell on my left end. Um, so now I'm gonna teach you guys how to format the cell. So I would like in order for this part, I wanna format the whole um header column headers. So I'm gonna use my shortcut Command Shift plus my right key to select all my first row. So for that, um, right here I have this is like my options to format my cells. So we have bold, italic, and underline. um, right here I have different type of underlines. So for this part I'm just gonna do bold for my headers, for my column headers. And I also want to do a border right here. Just click on this little arrow and it gives you a lot of border options. So for this part I'm just going to use my bottom border, and I'm just going to press my left key, and there we go. We have our headers bold with a um, with a bottom border in all of our cells. So that's pretty much how to add columns and rows and how to format your cells. Um, So now let's move to the left function. So the left function, what your left function does is it copies a specific number of characters from another cell starting from the left. Then it will insert those characters into the active cell. So let me give you let's have some examples for you guys here. Let me bring my form. This is how the formula for the left function. So in order for me to start any function, I have to press the equal key, and then let me give you my equal key, and then type left, and then insert the cell that I want to get the information from, and the number of characters I want to copy starting from the left. So let me give you a quick example. So I must type equal to start my formula, and then I'm gonna start typing left. Once I get that option highlighted right here, it gives me like it just like did it automatically. It gives me um, that option. If it's highlighted, I'll just press tab, and my function is gonna start. So now it's asking me for the text. What does that mean? What they want is a cell location with text. So the cell location I want the text from is gonna be from Dr. Chapatin Jimenez cell, and I only want the honorific. So that's the cell I want to get that information. So I'm gonna type A2, and then comma, and then it's asking me for num chars. So what they actually mean is right here is the number of characters you want to copy starting from the left. So for my honorific I want 3 characters because I want to add that dot. So I'm gonna type 3, and then make sure you guys have a parentheses to close that formula, and then just press enter, and there we go. We have doctor for the honorific of that row. Let's do that again. It's gonna be equal, start typing left. Once you get that highlighted, just press tab, and then put the cell location you want the honorific information from. So for this one, I want the honorific from Ms. Lucrecia Jimenez, and that's an A3. So I'm gonna type A3, and then comma, and 3 characters. I want 3 characters from that cell, starting from the left, and I'm gonna press enter, and there we go. We have our honorific from Miss Lucrecia Jimenez. So that's pretty much how the let function works. So right here, you guys, I have practiced 30. I have done that let function 30 times. So right here, you guys can see my formula, um, different different numbers. Sorry, let me do that again. Um, there we go. You got that formula. Same formula, different cell location. So that's how the let function works. So now let's move into the, I'm gonna unhighlight that for you guys, and I'm gonna be using my command shift, my down arrow key, and I'm gonna unhighlight that information right here. No fill. There we go. So let's practice the right function now. So I want to insert here my last names from this column. So how the right function what the right function does is it copies a specific number of characters from another cell starting from the right. Then it will insert those characters to the active cell. So let's give you an example. So I'm gonna type equal to start my formula, and then I'm gonna start typing right because that's the function I want to start using. And once I get that highlighted, I can press tab, and my function is ready to start working. So it's asking me for a text. So what they want is a cell location with text. So I want my last name from Chapatin Jimenez. So that location is going to be A2. So I'm going to type A2 and press comma. And now it's asking me for a number of characters. Um, so they want the number of characters I want to copy starting from the right. So for Jimenez, I want 7 characters. So I'm going to type 7. And make sure you have a parentheses to close that formula, and press enter, and there we go. I get that information from I get Jimenez last name for Dr. Chapatin Jimenez. I'm gonna give you another example right here. So I want to get that last name from Miss Margara Garza, and so in order for me to start my function, I'm gonna start type equal and start typing right. Once I get that highlighted, press tab, and I want that information from cell A10, A10, and I'm gonna press comma, and for that one, I want um, 5 characters starting from the right. So type 5 and then press enter, and there we go. We get that those characters insert into the active cell. So that's how the right function works. Here, same thing. I use that right function right here for this column for my last names from different cell location, different amount of characters. But it works just perfectly fine in all of them. So let me unhighlight those again. Let me highlight those, and I'm going to be teaching you guys now my mid function. So what my mid function does is um, my mid function, it will copy characters from another cell based on a specific starting character, and based on a specific number of characters from my starting position. So my formula for that is right here. Um, so in order for me to start my formula, I have to start typing equal, and then start typing my mid, because this is gonna be the type of function I'm gonna be using, and then it's gonna ask me for text, and they what they want for um, in there is going to be a text location, a cell location with text, and then it's going to because that's going to be I'm going to be copying information from another cell, and they're going to want I starting the number of the character I want to start with, and they're also going to ask me for the number of characters I want to start. I want to copy from the starting position going left to right. So let's practice that. I'm going to type equal, start typing mid, the type of function, and once I get that highlighted, I'm just gonna press tab, and now it's asking me for the text. So they want the cell location with text. So for me, I'm gonna get chapatin right here in the middle. So that location is giving my cell location is gonna be A2. A2, and I'm gonna press comma. Now it's gonna asking me for the start number. So my start num is gonna be the number of characters I want to copy. I want to start with. So my starting character is gonna be one, two, three, counting the dot and also counting the space. It's gonna be one, two, three, four, and five. Five is C. So I want to start with my fifth character. Now I'm going to press comma, and now I'm going to insert the number of characters I want to copy starting from my starting character. So it's going to be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So I'm going to type 8 and just press enter, and there we go. You get that mid information into the cell I was typing my formula in. So I'm gonna give you another example now. Right here, I want to get my first name from Miss Paulina Rubio. So I just want a first name, which is gonna be Paulina. So I'm gonna start typing my formula. Is gonna be start with equal, start typing mid, press once I get that highlighted, I can press tab, and now it's asking me for the text. So my cell location with text is gonna be A A9, and I'm gonna press comma. Um, the number of character the number of the character I want to start with is gonna be my fifth character. So I'm gonna press 5, comma, and then the number of characters I want from here is gonna be 2, 4, 6, 7, 7 characters, and press enter, and there we go. I get that the middle information from this location, um, just using my mid function. So here I give you I use that same function, and I get all that I got all my first names into my first name column. So I use that mid function with different cell location, different starting character, and different amount of characters. So now I'm gonna highlight this, no fail, and we're gonna start on the concatenate function. So what my concatenate function does, the concatenate function combines text from multiple cells. So on this column, I'm gonna be combining my first names, my age columns, and my gender columns. I just want that information in one cell, and in order for me to do that, I'm gonna be using my concatenate function. So let me give you an example. In order for me to start my formula, I'm gonna press equal, and then start typing concatenate. Concatenate. Once I get that option highlighted, I'm gonna press tab, and then my formula now is asking me for text. So what they want from there is a cell location with text. So first I want my first names. So I'm gonna type F2 F2 because that's where my first names are, and then I'm gonna press comma, and then now it's asking me for a second text. So they want another cell location with text. So now I'm gonna go with my age, which is gonna be B2, comma, and my gender it's gonna be C2, C2. Just press enter, and I get Chapatin 68 male here. Um, So you guys probably like see that I don't have any spaces there. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to add also spaces and different characters if you want those if you don't have those and you want to insert those. So in order for you guys to insert um, more characters, we're gonna be using the double quotation. Let me give you an example. I'm gonna start type equal, start typing concatenate, press tab, cell location for my first name right here is gonna be F3 F3 comma. So in between my first name and my age, I want a colon. So I'm gonna press my double quotation, and then I'm gonna insert my semicolon, and then I'm gonna press my double quotation again. So my column now is gonna be in between my first name and my age. So I'm gonna press a comma to get that information there, and now I wanna insert my age cell. So for Lucrecia Jimenez, and that's gonna be B3. B3, comma, and now I want a space between age and gender. In order for me to insert that space, I have to insert a double column, a space, double column, and comma. And then now I want my gender, and that's gonna be C3. C3, and make sure you guys have a parentheses to close that function. Just press enter, and see now I have my semicolon there and my space in between my age and my gender. So let's try that again. Let's try it with Frankie Rivers. Um, so for Frankie Rivers, I'm gonna same thing. To start my function, press equal, start typing concatenate. Once I get that highlighted, tab. Cell location for first name is gonna be Frankie, so F11, comma, and now I want, like I said, I want a semicolon. So in order for me to insert that character, I have to use my double colon, my double quotation, I mean, and then press the semicolon and double quotation and comma, and then I'm gonna start type my other cell location for age, and that's gonna be B11, comma. I want to put that space, so double quotation, space, double quotation, um, comma, and then my gender cell is gonna be C11, and make sure you close that formula with the parenthesis. Just press enter, and there we go. I combine those cells into just one cell. So now I have right here Frankie 37 male. So that's how you guys that's how the concatenate function works. So here I had give you a different right here it tells me the type of function that I use, and then which it gives me my complete formula. So I combine different cells to get to fill out my first name and age and gender column. That's pretty much it, guys, for this video. So let's get a quick review on what we learned in this video. So we went over shortcuts, we went over columns and rows, we went over how to format cells, we went over our functions, we went over our left function, we went over our right function, we went over our mid function and our concatenate function. So I, I I hope you guys also your evolution on Excel was complete for the basics. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, my name was Uriel Valencia, and this was Basics with Excel with Goku.